Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my final rebuild of FIFA 23. What a year it has been, and we're gonna round it out with a great rebuild. Bring on EAFC 24. And you may be thinking, Jared, who are you gonna do your final rebuild with? I want to rebuild a team that I don't think I have ever rebuilt in my, 6 years doing rebuild videos? And that is gonna be Borussia Mönchengladbach from the German Bundesliga. So here is the default starting 11 we have been given with Borussia Mönchengladbach. If you follow the Bundesliga, you might know players like Rami Ben-Sabini have gone to Borussia Dortmund. Of course, EA have just abandoned this game ahead of the new one and haven't been updating the squads. So yeah, we're adding him to the transfer list. But I want us to build one of the great teams to round out FIFA 23. Our clean out begins here at Borussia Mönchengladbach as Lars Stindl is departing the club. It might ruffle a few feathers, but we've sold him to Chelsea. And immediately we're in the market to bring in a younger attacking midfielder who can hold the future of this Mönchengladbach side. He's a player with copious amounts of Bundesliga experience, but it is the Austrian attacking midfielder Baumgartner joining us here from Hoffenheim. I want Scully to be our right back of the future, so we're selling Stefan Lehner to Sociedad. I was really hoping we'd be able to sell Remy Ben-Sabani to Borussia Dortmund like real life, but they didn't come with an offer. It is Liverpool that come in with an offer, and we have accepted it. In real life, Marcus Thuram is rumored with a move away from Borussia Mönchengladbach, so we're going to fulfill that prophecy and send him to Barcelona, which means we need a new striker. And considering the only other striker we have in the club is 62 rated, we need one straight away. This transfer is either going to make us or break us, and that's because we've decided to sign Richarlison from Tottenham. He can't get it done at Tottenham. A lot of questions on his future. Let's go and not revive his career, but give him a great opportunity here at Borussia Mönchengladbach. We've signed Richarlison from Tottenham for £32 million. We're either going to look back on this and be like, what were we thinking? Or look back on it and be like, I'm a genius. I'm hoping it's the latter. I mean, the game seems to think it's a good idea. Going to bring a new left back into the squad as well. It's Pedroza joining us from Espanyol. Definitely a downgrade considering what we started the window at, but we didn't have a bunch of money to work with, so we're making the most out of what we have. Welcome to Mönchengladbach. So this is how the team looks after our opening transfer window. Still a lot of work for us to do if we're going to be contending for any silverware here. But the foundations have been laid. Really curious to see what sort of a position we're in the Bundesliga table come January 1st. No European football for us to battle with either, so that is going to make our sole priority the Bundesliga. You know what, lads? I can live with that. That is a very good start to the season. Got a bit of work if we want to maintain this top 4 spot, but if we can play any form of European football next year, I'm going to be very happy. If we can get to the Champions League, that would be sick. That was definitely above my expectations. Let's see if we can hold on to it and convert more of those draws into wins. I think for the first time in maybe rebuild history, I've started a career mode and there is not a single player that I have to renew their contract in January. No players on 6 months. That is a nice luxury, but next year, we're not going to have that same luxury with half our squad up on freeze. We've hung on by the skin of our teeth. We finished above Bayern Munich and Hoffenheim, and we're playing Champions League footy in Season 2. That is beyond my wildest expectations for this year. Let's go, lads. Dortmund winning the league. Oh, things are looking good. Who got relegated from the Bundesliga here? It is going to be VfL Bochum and Heidenheim with Darmstadt in the playoff. Bayern Munich did win DFB Pokal. And Darmstadt have been relegated. Fortuna Düsseldorf coming up to the Bundesliga. Juventus demolished Tottenham in the Champions League final. The Kulusevski derby, I'm going to call it. Manchester United win the Europa League and the Conference League goes to Arsenal. My big question: did Richarlison deliver? Absolutely. 19 goals here for Richarlison, player with 13 and 5, Kone 10 and 3, but 19 goals, 5 assists, 24 goal contributions for Richarlison. That is why we brought him to the club. But just quickly, lads, I want to say a big thank you once again to Sangalo for sponsoring the channel. You guys all know that I absolutely love my football kit collection, and you might have noticed the kit that I've been wearing throughout this video. It's actually from Geeling International international from Singapore. And I got this through Sangalo. Sangalo sell kits of some of the world's biggest clubs from outside the biggest leagues. You've got Highlanders FC from Zimbabwe, Paro FC from Bhutan, and even Hanoi FC. And the clubs they're working with continue to grow day by day. But if you're a football kit nerd like me, I would definitely recommend checking out Sangalo. I will leave a link in the description down below. Once again, very happy to be working with them. Thank you to Sangalo for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back into it. A brilliant first season here at Mönchengladbach. We need to use this momentum to our favor though and crack on in season 2. Our options at the attacking mid-role are a little bit older. There's not much growth left for Alessandro Player and Jonas Hoffman, so that is the big goal for me this year. I want to turn our attacking midfield role into that of a superstar team. Already getting some big offers in for Richarlison. I'm blocking them. And here we go. A massive signing to begin season number 2. We're going to sign the Spanish attacking midfielder Sunset from Athletic Bilbao, blowing basically our whole transfer budget on him. I mean, the game's done us dirty with his value decreasing, but we spent £51.5 million to bring him to Borussia Mönchengladbach. And we're going to have our first player departure of the season. It is going to be Christoph Kramer heading to the Premier League, playing under David Moyes. All right, lads, it is all happening. Brace yourselves. Hoffman is out of the club. He goes to Bilbao. We basically get our money back, £25.3 million. We're also saying goodbye to a player who is off to the Portuguese league. And since we're not playing a formation with left midfielders or right midfielders, we've decided to sell Wolf. The Wolf is going to be howling at VfL Wolfsburg. Oh my God. I didn't even mean to do that on purpose. We've sent the Wolf to Wolfsburg. That is poetry in motion, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute bargain of a signing right here. We have signed Giacomo Raspadori, the Italian centre forward who we're going to convert to attacking midfield. We've brought him across from Sassuolo for just £31 million. I'm very happy that he had 12 months left on his contract. And we're also going to make a backup striker signing here. Brandon Vazquez plays for my favorite team in the MLS, FC Cincinnati. I see this guy play live every week. He is an absolute stud. He's been linked with a move to Borussia Mönchengladbach for a hot minute now, and we're going to bring him into the club. Brandon Vazquez, it's an honor. Welcome to Borussia Mönchengladbach. So here is our squad in season 2 after the second transfer window. Our attack is sick. I would be happy. Like, there is a reality where we don't have to make another transfer to this front 5, I suppose, front 5 for the rest of the video, but our defense, a lot of players need some growth this season. Our Champions League group is a challenging one though. I thought there was a reality where we might have to go through the playoffs, but luckily we didn't have to. We automatically qualify, and we've got Juventus, last year's winners, RB Salzburg, and AEK Athens. Hopefully we can find ourselves in the knockout rounds. Let's go see. But lads, if you are enjoying today's rebuild and you aren't already subscribed, make sure you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. We're gonna have a massive year in EAFC, so join us for the ride. Fair play to Juventus. They have just, they've gone off in this group. Not a single loss or draw for Juve, but I'm pretty happy to see us sneaking into the round of 16 at the second place spot. Who are we facing in the last 16? Can we complete the rebuild in season number 2? We've got Chelsea. Okay, we've got Chelsea. This could go either way. This could be a walk in the park or a tough challenge, depending on how they've been in the past year. For me, this is the biggest relief of them all so far, though. I was super nervous and paranoid that we were going to be suffering from second season syndrome and find ourselves mid-table in the Bundesliga or outside of the Champions League spots, but we currently sit second. We're in the title race. We're 1 point behind Bayern Munich. We are in the title race, ladies and gentlemen. All right, lads, here we go. Are we pretenders or are we contenders? Can we get it done in season 2? Richarlison up to an 85. We're taking on Chelsea. They got Lukaku in there. Here we go. The first leg is a ridiculous scoreline. 4-3 in favor of Chelsea. Pellegrini wins it for them to the death. We've got some work to do if we're going to stay alive. Is Pellegrini their left back? Did their left back score a brace? This is massive, lads. We need a win. A draw does nothing. Obviously, a loss gets us eliminated. We need a win here against Chelsea in this second leg. It is a draw. Lukaku stops it from going to extra time. Oh, we're out in the Champions League round of 16. We need to push for this Bundesliga title now, though. Oh, we were going to win a Bundesliga title this year, lads. We finished 2 points. 2 points away from a Bundesliga title, but still, we've qualified for the Champions League again next season, which is all we need to do if we're going to complete this rebuild. But I really thought we could have had a miracle run here in Season 2. Bayern Munich, the team that finished below us last season, they benefit from no Champions League football. The relegation zone, though, seems Hamburg and Dusseldorf straight down, with Werder Bremen in the playoffs. That Dusseldorf campaign is one of the worst I have seen in a long time. Bayern Munich! No, they have our number this year. Bayern Munich beat us in the final of DFB Pokal. Come on, man. But it is going to be Werder Bremen surviving the relegation playoff. Real Madrid do go on to win the Champions League. Bayern Munich, yeah, no, they've had a terrific season. Bayern Munich win the Bundesliga, DFB Pokal, and now they win the Europa League. Fair play. And Bilbao, we might have taken one of their stars, but they get Hoffman and they go on to win a Conference League. Is it too early for me to come out and say that signing Richarlison was a success? Because he's gone up to an 86 overall, 19 goals, 8 assists. This dude is killing it. Raspadori in his first season, 14-3. Sansa, 23 goal contributions. Our attack, we will not need to touch again. Our attack looks insane. We are going to let a few of the older players from the squad leave on freeze, though. Patrick Herrmann, Tobias Sippel, and Tony Janschke all leaving on freeze. Our defense needs an upgrade, which is why our first signing of season number 3 is a massive one. We are signing Edmund Tapsoba, the 84 rated centre back from Benfica. We did manage to pay £46.6 million for his services. We are saying goodbye though to Julian Weigl, who is headed back to Borussia Dortmund. We get £23.7 million for a backup centre midfielder. I am cool with that. And we're also saying goodbye to Nico Elvedi, trying to get as many signings as possible into this side. We're selling Elvedi to Girona. A little loan move here though. Our backup goalkeeper Olszewski is headed to Sheffield United for the season. A huge game-changing signing for our midfield. Matteo Guendouzi, welcome to Borussia Mönchengladbach. This is a steal, lads. 12 months remaining on his contract. His value does go up, but we get him for just £40 million. Trying to raise more money though, lads. Marvin Friedrich is off to RB Salzburg. And the young right midfielder Nathan Ngumu is linking up with Roy Hodgson at Crystal Palace. We get £8.7 million for that. Finally, we get ourselves another centre-back here to link up with Edmund Tapsoba. And that is going to be the German wonder kid Malik Thior joining us here from AC Milan. A lot of questions around how we're going to perform this season. Can we go deeper in the Champions League? Can we win a Bundesliga title? We're definitely putting the side out there to give us the best chance possible. Some could argue that this Champions League group stage is even tougher than last year. Arsenal, Benfica, Serang. We need to take every game for what it is. We need to get out there and get a dub every single game because this group is tight, man. This group has proven to be too tough for us, lads. We missed out on the Champions League round of 16 by 1 bloody point. 1 point! That hurts the soul. But we are going to be in the Europa League preliminary rounds. We've got Nice. We need to go on a run in this competition. Nothing is guaranteed domestically either. We're in fourth right now, 35 points. We're 4 points away from the Bundesliga title, but we're 5 points away from falling out of the Champions League spots. So there is a lot of pressure on us in this second half of the season. We have had just 4 losses all season, but we only get 4th place in the Bundesliga. I mean, we're headed back to the Champions League. We've had a great season, but those draws have definitely cost us. 4th in the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich go back-to-back. Relegation zone here in Germany sees Bochum and Heidenheim going down. We do get our first piece of silverware though, as Borussia Mönchengladbach manager, taking down Dortmund in the DFB Pokal final. Add that one to the trophy cabinet, lad. Hertha Berlin have absolutely slapped up Schalke to stay in the Bundesliga. Juventus go on to add another Champions League to their trophy cabinet. Roma win the Europa League. How did we go? So we took down Nice in the prelims. Round of 16, we thumped Feyenoord. Quarterfinals, though, is where our campaign ended, losing to Newcastle United. side. And in the Conference League, it is Manchester United winning. Oh my God, Richarlison with a career best season. Once again, going up +3 in overall, up to an 89. And my guy has 29 goals this season. That is unbelievable. Richarlison has given his career a complete 180. Again, though, a couple of players that really aren't going to make much of an impact to our squad leaving on freeze. We're getting our third crack in the Champions League next season. Next year needs to be third time lucky. The Joe Scally experiment is over. We have decided to go out and get a bona fide star at the right back position as we sign the French right back Sacha Boey from Galatasaray, bringing him across for £38 million. I want to make this deal happen so badly. Ter Stegen is a former Mönchengladbach goalkeeper. Now he's one of the best in the world. We want an upgrade at the goalkeeper role. It says we can get him for around 21 million. I'm going to offer 22 just to make sure Xavi doesn't walk out of the room. But if we can get Ter Stegen back to Borussia Mönchengladbach, I'm going to be such a happy man. They accept 22. Get in there. I want this to go through today. Let's go and talk to Ter Stegen and his agent and get this deal sorted. Get ourselves an 88 rated goalkeeper and bring Ter Stegen back to Mönchengladbach. No release clause. I don't even care about the terms. We're going to accept that, lads. Everybody say hello and welcome back to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Ter Stegen. What a signing. And we're going to go out and get ourselves a backup attacking midfielder here in the Mexican attacking midfielder Carlos Rodriguez, joining us here for £15.4 million from Hoffenheim. This season could be anything. My eyes are set firmly on a Champions League title. We've been disappointing in the Champions League so far, but we have not had a team nearly as good as this. This team is solid, man. The new additions, I'm hopefully going to make the world of difference. Let's go check out our Champions League group here in Season 4. Once again, we are in a pretty tough group. I would say this is a lot more manageable than last year, but we've still got some big teams around us. Roma, Betis, Sarang again. But if we consider ourselves to be a genuine challenger this year, we need to top this group. We need to get out of this group. That is a huge sigh of relief, lads. We have finally got ourselves back into the winners column in the Champions League. We've won our group this year for the first time in our history as Mönchengladbach manager. 5 points clear of Roma. But now, round of 16, who are we facing? Are we going to be facing Chelsea again? No! Oh, it's probably worse. I got Barcelona. Thuram better not come back to haunt us. Why couldn't we get started Bucharest, man? Come on. Things are not going great in the Bundesliga, though. Only 5 losses, but that is still 2, man. That's more than we had all of last season. We need to make sure that we're managing both the Bundesliga and the Champions League. All right, lads, this is where we fell down in Season 2. We've got 2 more years of experience, though, under our belt. Can that make the difference? Thuram not starting here for Barcelona, but their team is still very damn impressive. Ter Stegen against his former side. The scoreline in the first leg is going to be a 1-1 draw, but Richarlison could have given us a lead here at the Camp Nou. I'm nervous, lads. I'm hoping that missed penalty from Richarlison does not come back to haunt us. It's 1-1 when it could have easily been 2-1. We're at home trying to take down Barcelona and get ourselves through to the quarterfinals. It's what we do. Oh, they miss a penalty this time. Come on, lads. Oh, that is a massive release. Baumgartner is our hero in the 85th minute and is sending us to a Champions League quarterfinal. Come on. Oh, here we go. It is time for another massive challenge. Manchester United, the Red Devils, in the quarterfinals. All right, here we go. The first leg is at home. Need to get ourselves the advantage heading back to Old Trafford. I was definitely a little nervous that we wouldn't have a full strength starting 11 due to how many yellow cards we got in that second leg against Barcelona. But here we go. Full strength squad on the field, and it's another 1-1 draw with a bunch more yellow cards. We are so lucky that our left back Pedrosa equalized in the 89th minute. Everything still to 5-4 as we head to Old Trafford. And no suspensions again. I thought for sure either Richarlison or Thior was going to be suspended. I'm hoping this is going to be our final quarterfinal game in FIFA 23. We're away at the Theatre of Dreams, Old Trafford, against a very good looking Manchester United side. Come on, Mönchengladbach. Come on. Oh, Baumgartner. Baumgartner is the man. Again, he steps up for us in the second leg, scores the winner. I'm hoping that yellow card doesn't mean he's suspended for the semis though. Baumgartner, you awesome Austrian fella. And it looks like there's no suspension. We're getting very fortunate with that. This is a chance for revenge. They are the team that eliminated us in the round of 16 in season number 2. We're taking on Chelsea in the semi-finals. I'm definitely sick of 1-1 draws in the first leg, so we need to come out of the gates here firing. Thuram went to Chelsea. Thuram left Barcelona and went to Chelsea. All right, we're versing our former striker here. First leg, and it is a win in the first leg. Get that one up, yeah. Guendouzi and Sansit are gonna get us the lead. We have an advantage here heading to Stamford Bridge. We've got the advantage. This is a position we have not found ourselves in. They've dropped Thuram for the second leg and brought in Kubo. Here we go for a spot in a Champions League final with Borussia Mönchengladbach. We've done it again. No yellow cards in the... Oh, Sansit, please don't be suspended. Please don't be suspended. But we are heading to a Champions League final with Borussia Mönchengladbach. Come on, lads. He's not... Oh, how have we not had a single player suspended? I feel like we've had 2 or 3 yellow cards in every game. Sanset is playing in the final. Come on. Another English opponent in the Champions League final. We've got Manchester City. This is going to be all out war. Marseille have taken down Arsenal to win the Europa League, and the Conference League goes to Stade Rennais. We are playing Champions League football again next season, lads. We've had our 4th consecutive qualification. Scrolling down the table, and the relegated sides are Hamburg and Nuremberg with Werder Bremen in the playoff game. And we're going to add a second DFB Pokal to our trophy cabinet. Fair play to Schalke, a fallen giant of German football, but they made it to the final. Still yet to find out the relegation playoff result though, and I'm hoping we never do. We did win the German Super Cup at the start of the season, however, 3-0 over Bayern Munich, which is real nice. If I can say one thing is for certain in this video, signing Richarlison was the right move. What's that? 44 goal contributions this season? That is crazy. Our team scores goals for fun. I cannot wait to use us in this final against Man City. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, playing in Germany, playing in the Veltins Arena, in what I'm hoping is my final game of FIFA 23. I'm hoping I can win this final and immediately uninstall FIFA 23 from my PC. Come on, nice overlapping ball there. Pedrosa gets that ball in. Bicycle over Richarlison. Come on, lads. Oh, we're passing. I didn't want to pass that one, though. Bowie, he's going to run down the line, though. Bowie, back post. Edison. That is one of the easiest and weirdest goals we have scored. We tried to put the cross. He gets a hand on it, Edison, and that saves us. That makes it a lot easier because it allowed Baumgartner to just get the tap in while Edison was on the ground. Thank you. Milinkovic-Savic going there to Foden. Up against Bowie. Oh, I've tried to read that one. Foden's doing us with the skills there. Milinkovic-Savic, what a huge block from Malik Thior. Bowie, nice move there to Raspadori. Come on, lads, we need to use his numerical advantage. I see the back post. I see your hand up. It's a great ball, and what a finish from Sanson. That is surely going to deliver us a Champions League title. That might be the last goal I score on FIFA 23. And you know what? What a goal it would be to round out the year. What a ball there from Raspadori to Sanson, who hits it on the volley and potentially makes Borussia Mönchengladbach champions of Europe. There it is, lads. The referee blows the full-time whistle. That is officially our final rebuild of FIFA 23 in the books. Lads, I wanted to say a massive thank you to all of the love and support you've shown me and the channel this year. This has been my most successful year as a YouTuber, and I've been doing this a long time. I am so bloody excited for EAFC 24 and for the content that we're going to create together. Thank you once again from the bottom of my heart for showing up and watching me every day. It means more than you could ever imagine. This is my dream. Like, being a YouTuber was my dream for so many years. It was only that. It wasn't even, I was doing it as like a third hobby. Now to be doing this as my career is absolutely insane to me. And I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for you guys watching the videos. Thank you so much, man. We're going to win this Champions League title. Why am I low-key tearing up, man? I'm low-key tearing up over FIFA. But here we go, lads. It is going to be Kone to deliver us a Champions League title and round out FIFA 23. Lads, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video. Thank you, lads.